But it's so hilarious looking back now on how much Nick said he'd die or hate the Philippines and he wants to go back now. I know. Like, he really did not have a good mindset going into the Philippines. But after experiencing it for himself, like, he loves it. Which I was surprised with as well. But yeah. Better or worse than the Philippines, I will always be biased towards the Philippines because that's where I grew up and all my friends and family are there, like, growing up. So yeah. But every time I like think to my memories in the Philippines, it just seems like it's me in a past life. Like, it's insane because my life now is so freaking different to how it was before. And people who knew me in like high school I don't think they'd ever like see me with what I'm doing now because I was so like into studies. I would never like, I was just to myself. So I would just do school and then during lunch break, talk to a few friends and then play with my iPad. Because we were allowed iPads for school apps, right? But I would just play like app games, like mobile games on my iPad. I was never really the type to... I was never really super social. Or like be one to put myself out there a lot. Although I was student council president at one point. But it was just like a nerdy thing. I was such a nerd. I was super into anime too. I mean, I still am, but recently not so much. Yeah. In college, I tried to kind of change myself a bit. Because I also never drank alcohol until like college. I tried to become cool, you know, but I feel like I kind of got lost in that. And nowadays, I'm like going back to how I was before, which makes me feel more at peace with myself. So like, yes, playing more games, being more chill. So in high school, I don't know if it was middle school or high school, I went to this anime store and they were selling Death Notes. So I bought one, of course. Duh. I loved L. You know, L Lolliot is my favorite character of all time. And Misa Amani. I love them. Light is fine, but I don't really care about you because you... Close your ears. No, I won't spoil it. Okay. But they sold this Death Note in an anime store. And of course I bought it. And I wanted to try. Okay, I thought I was so cool. I thought I was special. I thought I was the chosen one. You know? So I was like, okay, this is gonna work. So I tested it out. So I wrote someone's name. I wrote the name of a government official in the Philippines who was outed for being corrupt. Her name was Janet Napoles. There's a pork barrel scam. So I wrote her name, Janet Napoles, in my death note. Because she was like recently imprisoned. So she was in jail. So I wanted to see if she would die. Right? That's what Light Yagami did. He'd like write people who were in prison and see if they die, and then they died. But then she didn't die. So I was like, okay, it's not working. And then there was this one time I had like a hangnail and I peeled it and I started bleeding. So I was like, oh my god, I'm so cool. So I started writing. I wrote her name in blood. I know that sounds psychotic, but I was in 7th grade. So I wrote her name in blood and I was showing everyone like, oh my god, look. They found it funny. Also, my high school was very small. It was one classroom for girls, one classroom for guys. So we were very separate, and grade school was an all-girls school. So I never really interacted with guys until college. And I grew up very, very religious. So anyway, I don't know if that had to do with anything. But hello,
Pravi_1 gifted a tier 1 sub to THNDR_. They have given 2 gift subs in the channel.
Siri always thinks I'm talking to them. I'm not talking to you. But yeah, so I would write names in blood every time I'd have a hangnail. And then I would show it to people. They'd be like, oh my god, ha ha ha. Anyway, very normal, yes. Very normal. Maybe the Reddit, true. No, I'm having fun. Trauma dumping. Yeah. What blood? From my hangnail in game. read it before you confess to more crimes. That's the worst thing I've ever done. There's nothing else. Oh my gosh. And then I remember sometimes we'd have like, so like for some classes, the teacher would try to make it interesting, right? So we'd have games. So it would be like classmates versus other classmates, like trivia, or whatever. It depends on the lesson. So it would be like, oh, what's this? And then we'd have to write the answer on a whiteboard and show it. And then one of my friends on my team was like, yo, Katchii, get your death note. Because they didn't know what the death note was about. They just knew like whatever you wrote there would come true. So they were like, get your death note now. So I'd be like, teacher, I have to go to the bathroom. And then I'd run to my locker, get my death note, and then we would write, this team will get this next answer wrong. We will get it right. So we'd put their names too, like their full names, their full government names, everyone on the team against us. And then we'd win. But they didn't die. I mean, it's not like we wanted them to die, because I didn't tell them the full nature of it. They just knew that whatever you wrote would come true. So, yeah. Have you ever been called to the guidance office? One time, but I don't know if I want to say the story. Type 1 if I should say the story. I'm just exposing myself this whole stream. There. um, yeah, fuck it. At this point, okay. I was called to the guidance office one time, but it wasn't even my fault, okay? Because in grade school, I was in an all girls Catholic school. And then for middle school, in seventh grade, I moved schools, okay? So I moved there, and the school I moved to, the grade I joined was the very first grade because it was a new school. So like they started at first grade, and then whoever was at first grade would like move on until 12th grade. So at 7th grade, I joined. There was no 8th grade and beyond. We would be the first. So when I joined in 7th grade, like we were the oldest people in the school. Um and then so when I moved to that school, no, I'm shy. I don't want to say. I hate to break this to you. I knew the other team. They all died last year in freak accident. You're lying, Zabit. Haha, 7th grade twice. No, I don't want to say, not because it's embarrassing to myself, but it's just, it's something like younger people do that I wasn't expecting. Say it. No, I'm shy. I'm so shy. I'm so shy. I'm so shy. You're gonna say it anyway. I might not. Yo, should I be like Nick? Okay, gift 10 subs and then I'll say. He would do that so shamelessly and it worked. He reached like how many subs? Did he poop on the floor again? What do you mean again? For money. Yeah, that works. I should do this more often. Midnight Bloom, thank you for the 10. Maybe after that. Yes, it's still in my system. It's so fucked. I don't care. Alright, let me just tell you all about my life. Link your PayPal again. I can't believe I did that. Yes. Today's gonna be a long stream because I haven't even started the game, and then I'm gonna cook after. Loki, by the time I have to cook, Nick has eaten. So I'll just cook for myself. Anyway, so I'm just saying the truth, okay? I'm not exaggerating. I'm not doing anything else except giving you the truth. All right? So I'm not trying to like boost my own ego or anything. I'll just tell you what happened. So in this school, there was nothing else other than 7th grade. All right? So I joined the school at 7th grade, and there were girls from like the grade below me and the grades below me. They made a fan club for me, and I didn't know like how that happened. Because I hosted one school event when I was new. I hosted a school event, so I was the one there. Like it was it's called Buwan ng Wika, which is like a Filipino like event in school. So I was hosting it in Tagalog and English, and then they started because they had a fan club. So they'd like during recess and lunch they'd come to me asking for like my autograph, and I was just like, oh my god, like don't do this, but they did it anyway. So, and then one of my classmates, Nick, thank you for the 5. Nick, I'm not even sure if I told you this story because I'm so shy to say it because I don't want to be pretentious or anything, but this is true. And then one of my classmates reported me to my guidance counselor saying that I was encouraging it because I gave them cookies one day. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not sure why these young girls look up to me, but I'm going to try to be like a good role model. And I want to like, and also like each class was like 25 people max. So one day I went to school, I gave them cookies. And then my classmate didn't like that. So she reported me and she said like, oh, she's encouraging it because she's like giving them like gifts because they're doing that. But that wasn't my intention. I just wanted to like be nice, you know. So that's the one time I went to the guidance counselor. So I had to apologize. And then I also spoke to them. I was like, it's okay, but like relax, you know. So there's that. That's my story. That's my story. Yeah. Fix the camera settings. The lighting in this room is fucked. I know, it's so bright. Okay, I'm gonna try to make the blinds go down and then maybe it's better. That wasn't that bad. I know it's not that bad, but like I'm just shy saying it because I don't say it to people because it's true, but like I don't like putting myself out there too much.